Hey guys, welcome back. It's Heather from Heart Key Creations and I'm playing with more soap. I'm actually working on my fourth batch of soap right now. All of them are different recipes for the base soap. And I've played a little bit with some fragrance oils in the second batch. And most of my fragrances though come straight from the plant itself or the herb or whatever, but from itself being soaked in either a tincture with vodka or vinegar or oil and getting that fragrance out of it and infusing it, which is what I'm doing today. Today's scent is going to be a very Christmassy scent. It's juniper berries and pine, and pine, cinnamon, clove, and just in some, what did I put it in? It was a light oil. I remember it was a light oil. Oh, probably just almond oil. Soaking in that and done all up, and so it's ready. It's very, very Christmassy smelling. I'm not sure, I'm still playing with how much to put into the batches of soap because it's a scent that I made up myself. I can't just look it up on the website. So that's what I'm doing. So I have my oil and my lye water here all chilling out, like literally chilling out. I'm waiting to get down below 100 degrees for both of them before I mix them together. And look, I finally got myself a little immersion blender. I'm so excited. The last batch that I made, the last recipe that I made, actually came out like really, really thick. It was terrible. I literally could not work with it at all. I tried to put some coloring in there and do some stuff. And yeah, it came out in huge globs. I literally had to spoon it into my form and hope for the best. So, I mean, no, it wasn't good. So this one was scented with mint and chocolate. So we'll see. The top part is supposed to be pink and the bottom part is supposed to be a light chocolatey color. But I had a hard time stirring it. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I will check back with you in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back. I just wanted to give you a little show as to what it looked like now that I have combined my fragrance oil that I had with and the lye with the regular oils. I decided to combine the fragrance with the regular oil first because I wanted to make sure that it was really well incorporated. And so the lye has been already poured in very slowly. I did strain it because I did work with a little bit of a water discount. And now I am going to pour in my goat's milk because I love goat's milk for some reason in my soaps. I am going very, very slowly with it, trying very hard not to get any bubbles, or as few bubbles as possible. Now that goat's milk is actually dried goat's milk powder that is mixed with there's no oatmeal in there, but it's the oatmeal, the liquid that comes out of the oatmeal when you soak it. I just kind of had soaked my oatmeal before and froze some of that liquid. So now I'm going to combine this very well. Ooh, I got some air in there, so we're gonna burp that, and I'm gonna use the blender and we'll be back. I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. So it's been about 2 minutes of me blending, and I have a very lovely trace. I mean, it's very, very lovely. It's obviously not a thin trace, but it's a nice workable trace. If I had any other fragrances or anything like that to incorporate, this would be perfect for that, or any colors, but I am not incorporating any other colors. And I do have, like I said, I do have fragrance oils from, where did I get them from? I got them from Nurture Soap, and I have some from this place too, Nature's, I don't know, Nature's Oil, I guess is what they're called. But so I do have some other, but I'm trying not to use them as much as possible. I want to learn first. I want to get a good basic recipe down first that I like of soap, and go from there. So I'm going to use that to pour into these dragon molds. I do have some pink mica in the bottom to just kind of highlight the dragon, and yeah, and I'll be back, show you what we get. Alright, so literally I just poured this into the mold, and now I'm just going to kind of flatten it out and, you know, get it right there in the corners and stuff, because, you know, I didn't pour because actually it's set up pretty quick. It's a nice thick trace, still very, very workable, you know, but yeah, I think that I might really like the base of this recipe. The first one I really do like. It's turning into a very hard soap, which I think is great, but it traced very quickly. It was not unworkable, but very close to being unworkable, and this has got a nice trace to it. So all right, I'm going to stop doing that, and I'm going to really even it out with both hands, and, you know, give it a good couple of shakedowns, pounds on the counter. We'll see what it looks like when it's all done. So I got it all pounded down and flattened out and kind of smoothed out, well, sort of, except for that nice pretty spot there, and that's it. I stuck it in my oven. My oven, it's not on or anything, but I don't have the covers. I don't have anything like that to help keep the soap warm. So I stick it in my oven because it'll keep the soap warm. And then I just thought that I would show you my window of fragrances and fragrance oils, things that I have going already, setting up and just waiting to be used. This is my stuff. That's a lovely big batch of apples in Vaca, vanilla Vaca actually, setting up, waiting to be used. And there's some lemons in some Vaca, and yep, juniper berries. That's my Hecate oil sitting up ready to be used whenever we need it. And there's some cinnamon oil there, mint, and oh, I need to put more oil in this. This was the mixture of the juniper berries and the pine and clove and cinnamon that I just used in that batch. So this can be reused. Just throw more oil in there and it will continue to leach out the scents. You know, the longer you let it sit, the stronger the scent will be. It had only been sitting around for about a week and a half, maybe 10 days in order for, you know, and it had a very, very, very strong scent when I put it in. I don't know how it'll hold up in the soap, but we're gonna find out. And, you know, this is my Prosperity oil, so it's mostly mint and apples. And cinnamon. You can see the cinnamon sticks on the bottom. Yeah, so we can drain that out and get some yummy scents with that. So there's, you know, people don't need to buy the fragrance oils, but sometimes they're nice to have. They're different. You can't always grab reach some sense. Like, you know, I don't have Plumeras. I don't. So I can just grab the Plumera fragrance oil if I want to. You know, it is a vegan. They do vegan and cruelty-free oils. And if they make their fragrance oils, which I just have to kind of look into a little bit more, You know, most of my bottles are only the sample size bottles because I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. I'm not sure if I want to use them. So, yeah. But if I do, I've got them. But I have to look into a little bit further how they make it. If they make it much the same as I do, then I might use them a lot more because, well, it's easier to use them than to make them. So, all right. I will show you what these things look like when they're all done. Bye for now. See you next time. We are back about, I don't know, not even 24 hours later, and this thing is ready to come out of the mold, easy to pull away from the sides, and wonderful. But first, I have to deal with this mess over here. This is that batch that I made yesterday that didn't, well, it set up like immediately. I literally had to spoon it out of the bowl into the molds, and I tried to get like this nice chocolatey brown under here and a hot pink up here is what I was going for. And it was my Christmassy scent. But, yeah, that's not what happened at all. So this is the pink that was supposed to come out. This is all from the same batch. Same mixture, same everything. And just, I put these in little small molds because I had so much of it left. And this is the pink that is supposed to come out. So maybe as it cures, it will come out. I don't know. I'm hoping that it does. But I cut my first piece and it fell apart. So let's see if I can continue to do that. I finally marked by inches on my cutting board. So we're gonna see if I can do this, but I can't do it holding the camera. So we'll be back. This is what I was able to save from that big block of soap that is actually, it's mint chocolate. I don't know what the heck I was saying earlier, but it's the mint and chocolate that I had tried to do. And yeah, this is what I was able to save. It's not great. So it's more going to be for, if it cures up nicely, it'll just be for samples. Or really, I don't think it's even going to be for samples. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be for me to be able to see if it cures up nicely and if I want to use it or not, or if I'm just going to chop it up like I did the rest of it over here and yeah, go from there. In the meantime, the dragons that I did the holiday scent in, the juniper berries and fun stuff, is ready. I took it out of the mold already and I sliced it like that just because I knew I was not going to be able to do that one-handed and show you how lovely it is to cut. Yes, nice and easy one-handed cut there. And okay, so it's a little bit hard to do one-handed, but I can do it. I can. See? All done. And I'll do the rest of them not one-handed because, as you can see, that cut was not the most perfect. So I'll just, yeah. I'll see you next time. Hey, have you subscribed yet? I do 4 new videos a week, and I wouldn't want you to miss anything. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss a thing. I also offer coloring pages and traceables on my Patreon, and so much more. You can follow me on Instagram. Just look up Heart Key Creations. I'll see you next time.